What, you got Ben Elliott in there? I'm just kidding.
It's just start when you guys.
Okay. So Dorothy?
Yes.
Or I can shorten it to Dory. Can I do that?
You can do it, Dot.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hey Dorothy.
Hey, Cain, how are you?
What's going on? Hey, I know that lately, we kind of haven't seen eye to eye all the time, and I just really want to be good neighbors, and I consider myself kind of a friendly guy, and I wanted to approach you and just kind of talk through some of the stuff that's been going on, and some the stuff with the rose bush and the kids kind of running around in the yard and stuff, and just kind of get our different perspectives on that and sort that out, because I think that we've kind of not seen eye to eye. Maybe you've kind of seen it your way, and I've seen it my kind of way, and just sort that out. And I would like to talk about that if you'd be okay with that.
Okay, well, whenever you said about the rose bush, what exactly are you?
Oh well, I had a rose bush that got kind of torn up. You remember I came to you and asked you like, hey, do you mind reimbursing me for this? You remember kind of how that?
Yeah. Now I'm starting to remember. Yeah. Well, I'm more than willing to reimburse you.
Okay. Well, could we maybe talk through?
Yeah, totally.
Well, I would kind of more want to hear your side first, to hear where you're coming from about it, because things have not really been going as planned or whatnot as I.
Well, the thing was, the kids, they were just outside playing, and they must have just hit your bush and kind of destroyed it a little bit. And I'm really, really sorry you felt that way. I guess I felt like you were really, really aggravated, and I was aggravated just because of the whole situation, because I do see you as a really good neighbor, and I do like having you as a neighbor, and I hate that happened with your rose bush, but it just seemed like it was a problem that, it was an accident. It was just an accident.
Okay. So you're just kind of stressed out about the whole situation in general is kind of what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is there kind of anything else going on from your side of, you said you didn't really want to reimburse me for it. And I understand that if that's you don't want to do that, and I get that. You said now you would, but kind of why before were you not willing to do it, or kind of where were you coming from?
Just because it was an accident. Like, I felt like it was an accident, and maybe if we could have just talked about it, and maybe you would have approached me a little bit differently, and we could have worked it out then.
Right. So this kind of sounds like maybe I came across as harsh before, and you felt kind of insulted by that, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can understand where you're coming from in that regard. Is that kind of all on your side of kind of why that was?
What do you mean?
Is there more kind of to it, or is that kind of why you were, saying basically, I'm not going to reimburse you, like I don't really care about the rose bush or any of that?
Yeah, I think that was the whole reason why I wasn't going to reimburse you at the time, is just because it felt so negative, and that was just the only thing that I felt like I could do at the time, was just to be like, no, I'm not going to reimburse you, just because to more address how you were reacting to it.
Yeah. And, so you feel like I was kind of raw with you as well?
Yeah, and I'm sure I was too. We were both just in a bad spot. We were both agitated.
Okay, so yeah, so that's basically where you're coming from, is you were maybe having a rough day. I was kind of roughshotting you a little bit from your perspective, and nobody wants to be treated like that, and I don't think you deserve to be treated that way. So I kind of want to again build a bridge the best that we can. If that's everything that really kind of you have, then I would like to kind of share my perspective if I could.
Oh yeah, go ahead. That's good.
Right. So like, the rose bush itself is not really the thing that is critical to me. Like, the rose bush being damaged is one thing, but kind of what the rose bush means to me is the big thing. Like, it really hurt me when they just kind of ran over it, because I don't know. I kind of have just assumed that like your teenagers over there are just really unruly, but I don't know. They all go through rebellious stages, so I don't want to just jump to that conclusion. But that's kind of what I've always assumed. And I'd asked you before, like, please talk to your kids and things like that, and nothing's really been done. So it was just really frustrating to me to have the rose bush torn up because the rose bush just was really valuable to me on a sentimental level.
Okay, so you just felt like I was really like almost had no respect for your belongings, because it obviously is sentimental. I mean, I don't really know the background behind that rose bush, but regardless, even if it was just a rose bush you just got on sale, like, I understand why you were upset, because that's your things.
Right.
Is that mainly what it was about? Is it was your things, or it was more?
There's more to it than that fact that it was just mine. I mean, it really was. The rose bush was a gift to me from my great aunt.
Okay.
And she just means a lot to me, and it had gone on to I had won awards for it and things like that, and so just having it torn up, like, it had so much more value than just being a rose bush. You kind of know where I'm coming from with that.
Yeah, so you almost had pride in the rose bush because you won awards, so you obviously took care of that rose bush.
Yeah, and it reminds me of my great aunt. You know what I mean? When I look at the rose bush and again, I don't hate your kids or anything like that, but I kind of blamed them inside because they're just not paying attention when they ran over the rose bush there. And I'm just, it's frustrating.
Is there anything else that they've done that's kind of like, because you said that you kind of felt like they were unruly, and I get that, teenagers are like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, is there anything else that's happened?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think they really have a respect for my property, and I think that kind of boundary is really important for us as neighbors, and that they should understand that, because it's insulting to have these kids who, they don't know hot from cold yet or up from down, and, they're running all around my yard like it's theirs. I feel like they should know better than that.
A little bit more respect.
That would be good, because, I feel like, I'm an adult, like, I'm a homeowner, like this, I put a lot into getting this, like, plot of land here, and you can, you understand that, because, you're sitting right next to the plot of land next to me. So, that has, to me, it's about respect, and it's about that kind of relationship between me and the kids, and them understanding that, like, I'm a person over here with my own property, too.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's a big element of it, too, for sure, yeah.
The rose bush wouldn't have even been damaged if they weren't on your property, because it was on your property. It wasn't like it was just, in between ours,
Yeah.
They shouldn't have even been on your property to begin with.
Yeah, that's basically where I'm coming from, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else,
Yeah, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. It pretty much covers everything, like just that respect piece and like how the sentimental value of the rose bush and what it kind of means to me.
Yeah, I get that. Do you think that the rose bush is there any repairing it?
The whole rose bush pretty much, I had to uproot it. It was just destroyed, so like I would have to get a new one is the thing, and like it was really painful for me to have to go through that,
Well, do you think because you had to uproot it and that was something really painful, like do you think that like, our friendship could be what it was? Like, do you think we can remain good neighbors and we can move forward from this?
Yeah, we definitely can do that, but I just think that there needs to be some kind of like concrete solution that we can talk out if you would do that with me, for future stuff, like this, where, again, like I can't have the kids running around all the time,
Yeah, totally.
stuff like that. So kind of work something out in those regards. Okay. So like, just on my end, some stuff that I kind of would really want from that would be some sort of way that the kids could be taught or disciplined or something, or some sort of like corrective action that could be taken if they're kind of over my property, or something I could do about that to like maybe like let you know what's going on, because maybe half the time you don't even know, because it's what I'm assuming, that they're out running around,
Yeah, totally. And that's one thing that I would really like to work on, just with them too. And I want you to know that I'm going to work on that with them personally, because I guess you could, you could mention it to them about the rose bush. Like I've talked to them about it and stuff, and so they know the situation. But if you didn't want to, I could still address it with them, by myself, and talk it out with them. And, there's absolutely no reason why they would need to be on your lawn. So, unless they're bringing you cookies or something, but that's, we shouldn't be on your property at all.
Yeah, well, just tell me if this sounds reasonable to you, but like, I think we could maybe all meet up together, me, you, and the kids, and just talk as, this is your neighbor over here, this is Cain, like, you know, you remember the rosebush situation that
Mhm.
happened, and just kind of get to know each other as people for a minute and talk through the problem, kind of like we're doing now, and just show them like basic respect and things, and kind of talk through, and maybe I could get an apology from them for the rosebush, and if I could get that, honestly, and just like an agreement that they're not gonna just trample all through my yard and whatnot without my knowing about it, then maybe we could like, you know, even develop that mutual respect between me and the kids too, and you know, like they'll understand, like, you know, this is actually a person over, it's not just a grouchy neighbor.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
definitely needs to be some respect on all parts. You know, like they definitely need to be respecting you because, you know, you're not just a neighbor. You know, you're somebody that's older than them, someone they need to look up to. So I want them to respect you, and I hope that they see this as an opportunity of like they can come back from disrespecting someone. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely,
it's
yeah.
something as simple as an apology can fix this, and hopefully they can be the ones that buy your bush, and I don't have to
Absolutely.
reimburse your rose bush.
Yeah, and that's some solid parenting on your part too, you know, if you kind of show them that lesson. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that's really important.
Yeah.
But I think an apology is definitely in order.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
but is there anything else you're feeling?
One more thing too, before we kind of wrap up. Again, if I got an apology, the rosebush wouldn't, the money, the stuff like that wouldn't even really be that important to me. Because it's
Okay.
more about just the understanding of that mutual respect and the sentiment that, I feel like I'm kind of standing up from a great in here in a way.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But if it does, if maybe they don't listen and they still keep coming over and kind of, you know, trashing my lawn and things or doing stuff like that, could we exchange numbers? So if there's like more problems with like stuff like that.
100%. Yeah, totally. You can totally have my number. You know my work schedule basically. Which anytime, even if I'm at work, you can still call me if they're on your lawn. You know they're gonna know after our conversation that they should not be on your lawn at
Okay,
all.
good.
But yeah, totally. If you want to exchange numbers, that'd be great. You know, and maybe they could like, you know, if you needed some work done around your house or something like that too, you know, they could help you with that. You know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I really want to make this right, just because it was your aunt did give you that, and that's really important. I feel like even if we did give you the rose bush back, it wouldn't be the same. You
You're
know,
right,
it'd kind of
yeah.
just be, you know, if they ended up ruining the second one, well, then, you know
But
what I'm
it's
saying?
still
Yeah.
not her rose bush.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. And so I really, really hate that. But if anything does happen like that again, I want it to be we're completely open and we don't come at each other really aggravated and angry.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I think that was what ruined it in the beginning. So.
Absolutely. That we got off kind of on the wrong foot. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that we could straighten things out, and we'll exchange numbers and maybe get together with the kids and talk things through. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
very
that
much.
sounds
Thank
great.
You so much.
Thank you, Cain.
Boom.
Started off a floor.
You see that, Dr. Theme? That's A-worthy material. You hear me? You hear me? Just kidding. Love you, Dr. Theme.